channel, Lady T's Things That Bling DIY videos. Today I'm going to go over with you again how I created these tote bags out of Dollar Tree placemats. I got this information and the inspiration from the Posh Paper Lady here on YouTube. So if you'd like to see how I did it, stay tuned. Dollar Tree placemats turned into tote bags. Shout out to the Posh Paper Lady. Well, now here I am with one of the placemats, and right there you can see I already scored that side. Now, scoring is just you making a line down the placemat, but you're not actually cutting the placemat. You're making a line so that the placemat is easy to bend where you want it to bend, but you don't want it to cut so deeply that you're actually cutting the placemat. Here you see me measuring 2.5 inches for my placemats, and I'm using a tape measure because when I looked at Posh Paper Lady, her 2.5 inches was kind of wide, and when I tried to do it on my scoring board, it was kind of small. But I might do it again just to show you the difference. So you see me scoring, and I'm just using one of my little gem pickers to score that line, and as you can see, it did not go all the way through. Now I'm turning it over, and make sure when you turn yours over that you turn it over and you're putting the score at the bottom of the placemat, not at the top, but at the bottom. And this is very important because if you place the 18-inch side score marks at the top, your bag's going to be upside down. Yeah, your word's going to be upside down. So you want to do the 18-inch score at the bottom of the placemat. I cannot say this enough. Please put it at the bottom of the placemat because that's going to be the bottom of your bag. And you don't want your words to be upside down on your bag. Now, if you're using a plain placemat without any words, it might not matter. However, every placemat that I have used, most of them have words on them, and I just, you have to be careful about making sure the placemat is correct. Here I am measuring, and I try to be as precise as possible, and I'm using my tape measure and my little gem picker. As you can see, I'm folding it there. I'm just folding it on the score lines so that when I begin to tape the tape, I will be able to see the score lines. Now this is the first placemat, and I'm actually cutting out the corners where your two score lines meet. I'm cutting out the corner. And now I'm taking out another X-Acto knife, which is way sharper than the one I was using. And I'm going to cut that square off. And I'm going to cut the other square. This is where the two score lines meet. Now, Posh Paper Lady, she put a little bit of angle to it, but I didn't, but it still came out the same. So now, I'm taping where the flap is going to meet that placemat, and that's going to be on the other placemat. You'll see what I'm talking about. So right now I'm just doing the taping right above where the squares were cut out. Okay, now I flipped it over to tape the other side, and this is very important because it has to match up with your second placemat. And I'm just doing this so I can get this one placemat done and then work on the other placemat. And I cut that one a little short, so I tried to, make sure it was taped from end to end. Now on this first placemat with the squares cut out, you want to make sure that you tape each flap. There's 3 flaps. The 12-inch side flaps and the 18-inch side flap. You want to make sure you put tape on the front of each one of these. And make sure it's on the one with the square cut out. I know taping this seems like it's annoying. It is annoying to me, but you have to do it in order for this to work. I was calling my husband for something. I don't even know what. Now I'm taking a second placemat, and do not, I repeat, do not cut those squares off. What I'm doing there is just cutting on the score line, and then I'm making another cut at a slight angle. And then I go to the other side and I make a slight angle coming inward. So you don't want to cut that, please don't cut that square off. Again, it's where the 2 score marks meet. So here I'm cutting it at an angle on the edge, and then I'm going to the line, and I'm cutting the line, and then I'm cutting an angle. Had a little trouble there. First of all, I'm not using a hard board. I'm using one of these boards from the Dollar Tree, which is not smart, but I didn't have a cutting board, so I used what I had. Okay, so now you have the 2 flaps. Alright, now you have the 2 flaps. I'm bending them on the score line so that they can fold when I need them. As you can see now, I folded over the flap, and I'm putting tape on the flap. 2 pieces of tape on that flap. And what you see on the paper there is I have instructions to myself so I can do this, because I get brain fog and sometimes I just can't grasp what I'm doing, but I wrote it out. And now I'm putting 2 pieces of tape on the other flap, and you'll see why this is important. Now remember, the other placemat, we put the tape on the front side. Remember? Now we're going to be putting tape on the inside. Make sure not to put the tape on the score line. I haven't tried any of the adhesive because I'm just learning how to do this, but I'm thinking I'm going to try another type of adhesive. I don't know yet though. And the little orange thing you just saw me throw there is a a finger cutter. You put it on your finger, see that? And then you cut. Each piece that I'm doing, I'm only basically putting 2 pieces of tape. However, you can put tape in the middle of the 2 pieces of tape if you would like to do that for more reinforcement. I just didn't feel like doing it. I would advise you that when you get the tape, that you get more than 1 roll depending on how many placemats you're going to do. I'm just making it even, cutting it, because wherever the tape is, that's what it's going to stick to something, and you don't want it to stick to anything but what it's supposed to stick to. Now I'm just rubbing the tape on and make sure it's adhering very well, because I don't want it to come up. To get that straight because it was over the score line. And again, you want to make sure your tape is adhered to the surface correctly, and that it's not any overage of the tape. And that's why you see me cutting right now. I'm cutting off the excess tape. Here I am reinforcing those stripes now. Now here comes the fun part. Not. Now I'm going to take off those 2 long strips of tape, And that's the mat where we cut the squares off. And right now, you know, I said I had to adjust the tape because I cut it a little bit too short. Now you want to be very precise. You want to be as precise as you can doing this, because I promise you, if you stick it down and it's not right, it's not going to be a nice time trying to put it back together. So there, I put the two placemats together, and now I'm just rubbing them to make sure that they are adhered to one another. Now this is the flap. I gotta remember, we put the two little pieces above where we cut out those squares, and we put the two pieces of tape on the flap. Okay, now I'm taking them off. You must be patient with this because, ooh, honey, and it says stay positive, and I'm just trying to work this thing because I don't know what I did, but I was doing something and I thought I was doing it wrong, but I actually wasn't. So I'm doing it like this, trying to make sure that it's right, because I don't want to do this video over. So I put the tabs on, and now you can see why you have to cut it at an angle, just so these ends can meet up the right way. So here you see me taking off the tape again. And this video was dedicated to the people in the back who really couldn't understand my first video because it was too fast. I had to say that for somebody. Because she just rags me, but I love her. But I had to do this for the people in the back that couldn't get it because my other video was too fast. So this is a little bit longer. People don't generally like looking at longer videos, but I had to do this because I didn't want you all to be disappointed. So now you see me mashing that together, and you have to make sure it's sticking together correctly. Now on to the last part, as far as putting the bag together. Don't forget to take all of your tape off. I would have never, ever, ever, ever thought of using placemats to make a tote bag. I just would have never done that. Now what I'm doing is just trying to line it up, because once it sticks, honey, this double-sided tape is really good, because once it sticks, it's there. You can actually take it apart, but who wants to go through all of that? There you go. There you go. Stay positive for all you pet lovers out there. Now I'm using the extra placemat that I got, and I'm cutting it on the 18-inch side. I'm cutting it 1 inch wide. So I'm just using my ruler, because my ruler is 1 inch wide, and I'm just basically using my ruler to cut 2 strips that will become the handles for this awesome project. So I tried to cut it with the X-Acto knife, honey, and it wasn't working. I don't know why I tried to fool myself to think I could do that, but I tried it. So now I'm just flipping the other side, and I'm making a 1 inch by 18-inch straps. 2 of them. 1 inch by 18-inch straps. I have an another cutter that I could use, but I didn't even think about it. That would have made this much faster. But it is what it is. I was seeing if I could make it that way, because I haven't seen it done that way. However, I'm going to stick to the regular way. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put a piece of tape at each end of these straps. No, I did not measure them. However, it would probably be a good idea if you did do that. I just kind of eyeballed them. So you make sure you put them on the front of the strap, not the back. Now, I hope this is slowed down enough for you all to see and understand what I did. The only thing about this project that I do not like is the taping. Man, look at that cute strap with the paws on it. Okay, get it, girl. Get it. Trying to eyeball it to make sure that they are as even as I can get them. Now what I'm doing is I'm taking a piece of, what do you call this wood? I forgot what you call it. It's not wood, it's, whatever. Y'all, what is that called? I don't even know what it's called. That's a shame. I will have it in the description bar. So I'm cutting that out to put in the bottom of the tote bag so that if you really want to carry something in it, it'll be able to hold it. It'll be able to hold it. Your items, your tote bag will be able to hold the items. So I'm using a smaller piece of tape there. As you can see, my husband is on the phone and he's got me cracking up about something. I don't even know what it is. However, you see him laughing. I don't even know what we were laughing about, but I'm trying to concentrate. And honey, my husband is cracking me up. So now I'm removing the tape. Just, you can see that. And I'm putting that piece of whatever it's called onto our cutouts. And we're going to place that on the inside of the bag at the bottom so that if I decide, or if whomever decides to use this bag, it'll have some stability in the bottom of the bag. There we go. Stay positive. Then I have the lemons. Of what life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Now here I decided to come back on and show you the little stud buttons. I don't even know what they're called, but I'm putting them on here because the tape is just not stable enough by itself. I have to say that. Okay, and everything that I've used I'll leave in the description bar below. And right there I'm just using my gem picker to put some holes so I can put these little snaps in. And because my fingers are not cooperating with me at this point, I was so frustrated. Y'all don't know how many takes I had to do this, but I'm going to do the other two off camera and just show you because I was having a really hard time with the snaps. But it's just because my fingers don't want to work right now. So that's the other side. I'm supposed to be doing this off camera. I don't know. And I do have on shorts, you guys. I know you see my thighs, but I do have on shorts. I thought I was finishing off camera. At some point I am going to just stop and just show you the end, because this was driving me crazy. The pieces are so small and I kept dropping them because my fingers were not cooperating. So dropped it again. Fingers were not cooperating and the pieces are very small. So if you have the same problems I have with, with your hands, try to get somebody to help you. Unfortunately, Rhonda wasn't here and neither was Jazz when I was doing this. This is well off in the evening that I'm trying to do this, and it just was not working. I'm still trying. I'm still trying. I'm trying to pick out the right size of the snaps right now, because it's like 3 or 4 different sizes in this kit, and I need the smallest size. So I'm trying to find the right one and put the snaps on, because the bag looks better with the snaps and it also is more secure. The straps are more secure with these snaps. I thought I edited this part out, but I guess I didn't. But the snaps are really small. Y'all, I do apologize for this oh so boring part, but I'm trying to get my fingers to cooperate with me and get this part done. I mean, it's real, y'all. Sometimes we look at videos and it seems like, oh, it was so easy for them, and for some people it is easy, but for some people they just edit out the parts that are not good, and that's what I thought I was doing, but I guess I didn't, and kind of told on myself right there. But we struggled through it. Those are struggle straps. There you go, and the bag is complete. If you liked what you saw and you're not a member of our team here, please feel free to subscribe. Also, please hit like and share. To all you who have returned, I thank you so much for joining me again. And sorry about that to you guys in the back. I hope this video did good for you. All right, peace out. Until next time, God bless. Lady T, signing out.